Hey everybody, Robert from Black Belt Gaming. I'm going to continue my playthrough of Doom, the board game. This is the tutorial mission. We went through round one, step by step, very carefully, trying to make sure we were learning the game properly. We did a pretty good job here. I think the only thing I neglected to do was to draw back up to 3 cards for the Marine after he had been activated. For some reason, I was thinking he drew his cards at the same time as the Invader, which would be after the round had ended. So just a small thing there, but I think we're ready to pick it up. We're going to move a lot faster now. We've got the basic mechanics down, and we're ready to just really jump in and see who's going to come out on top in this battle. So let's get to it. Doom the board game, tutorial mission, round 2. Alright, here's the board. We're set up. We should be right. I actually tried to start taping some round 2 today, and once again ran into some audio issues. I've got a different microphone hooked up now, so we should be in good shape. And I needed to shuffle some cards and get things back in place and reset as they were, because I'd gone on just a little bit into round 2 before I noticed the problem. So we're reset, we're good to go. Everybody has the appropriate number of cards. Our Marine is sitting with 6 damage. I don't believe any of the other demon figures had suffered any damage yet, other than one imp was eliminated last turn. You may see some colored beads up there. That's going to help me track movement. I'm going to use green for the Marine and red for the Invaders. So when somebody gets some movement points, I'm going to put those beads down here, just to sort of help me remember how many movements points I've spent and how many I have left. So once again, just adding a little personal touch to the game to help me keep it organized. So here we go. Here's the initiative deck. Let's see who goes first. We have Invader first. So I think all of our invaders are looking pretty good. Let's see if we have any good invader cards to play right now. We've got Explosive Blast. This is going to be played as if perhaps the attack had hit one of those explosive barrels that you've seen in the video games, barrels full of fuel or what have you. We've got Crippling Strike. This one looks pretty good. This one allows you to actually stun the Marine, and that can really make a difference because he can't use a card for defense. Don't really know this one. Play this card at the start of the activation phase. For each Marine, look at the top card of his action deck and place it on the top or the bottom. Okay, that's interesting. Is that another Crippling Strike? I think it is. And this one looks interesting. Darkness. Play this card at the start of the activation phase and keep it in play. This is going to reduce the range of the Marine's attacks. So probably what we've got going on is the facility has been pretty heavily damaged by these invading forces from hell. And perhaps the lighting is very poor. It's flickering on and off. So let's go ahead and play that one. Let's get that one out, in play, and active. So Darkness is on the scene. And that's going to go away at the end of the round. And I think I don't think there's any particular limit to the cards that I can play. I think I just can't play the same card twice. So we're going to go ahead and play Paranoia here. Paranoia says that we play this at the start of the activation phase, and we have one Marine. So look at the top card of his action deck and place it on the top or bottom. So we're going to take a look and see what kind of card he has here. And that's a quick shot. That's not a good one for him to have against the invaders. So that's one of those bonus actions that allows him to take in addition to a regular action. So this potentially would block 2 damage if used as defense, or give him an extra attack. So let's put that one on the bottom and hope that this one is less threatening to the invaders. Well, I think we're ready to just jump in and get started now. I need to decide which group is going to activate, either the imps or the possessed soldiers. Maybe we'll see if we can soften the Marine up a little bit more with some attacks from the imps. So these guys are pretty quick to dart around and do some damage. So we're going to tap them, and we're going to let imp, that's imp number 3, is there just above our Marine. And he's going to start with 4 movement points. So we'll put those here. And let's see, he needs to get line of sight. So I think even if he just moves 1 space, we can trace from corner to corner uninterrupted. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to spare as much movement as he can. So 1 movement point spent, and he's going to make his attack here. His attack is 2 red dice, basically a flame attack. And I'm trying to think, is there anything we want to power this up with for this attack? Crippling strike, that might be good. I might save that for the next imp. If the imp can close the distance. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know if he can. Trying to see if he can get close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think he can do it. Let's save this, because this is going to go away. The stun effect will go away after the Marine is attacked once. So why don't we maybe say Explosive Blast might be something to use here if we get a hit. So 2 red attack dice coming in hot. We've got 2 damage. Let's see what kind of card the Marine has. He's got his armor, so he absorbs 3. Totally negating all of that. I don't think I'm going to waste the Explosive Blast here on this attack. I just don't think it's worth it. So we're going to say that was no good. And imp number 3 has 3 movement left. After his attack, he gains 2 movement, so he's actually going to go up to 5. And let's see if we can get him somewhere again where he may have some cover, or maybe he can block the Marine from getting this health pack down here. Of course, there's another one right up there. Maybe we want to stay back because we've got the darkness thing going for us. So let's move back. 1, 2, 3. We'll just stand on that health pack. I think that's a legal move to do that. So we're going to go ahead and remove the rest of those movement points away. And we're going to activate our next imp. That's imp number 1. He's going to come out 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think he's in the same attack position. So he's just spent all of his movement. He's going to try this crippling strike. So that means we have to remove 1 of the die from the attacks. But the defender will become stunned. And I believe that's automatic. I don't think any damage has to get through. Choose and remove 1 die. After you perform the attack, the defender becomes stunned. Yeah, seems automatic. So 1 red die on the attack. It does 2 damage. And we block 1 of those. So 1 additional point of damage gets through. And our Alpha Marine is also stunned, picking up the stunned condition, which means that while defending, you don't reveal any cards. If the Marine comes up to activate next, before rolling any dice for attack, he has to choose and remove 1 die. So we've messed him up a little bit here. Alright, so 1 point of damage got through there, and that's going to give the imp 2 more movement. So let's have him dance back, maybe out of range, hopefully. of the Marine. So darkness remains in effect. The imps are exhausted here. We're going to switch over now to the next card in the initiative order, and it's our Marine, Mr. Alpha himself. He suffered 7 damage, and let's see what kind of movement we can get going here. Some shotgun maneuvers are good. Let's get some beads for him. Typically it's going to be 4 for him to be able to move around. So speed of 4. Let's spend one of those and step out. That's should give us line of sight on this possessed soldier. And I think I want to go for them next because they're going to activate next. Let's see if I can take him out. So we're going to go with the shotgun maneuver. A red and a black die. Now we know from last time that the black dice are better, so since we're stunned, let's remove the red. So we're just going with a straight black die, which give us 3 hits. That's fantastic. The soldier gets the special symbol. And for the soldier, that means 2 defense. So 1 damage gets through. So I'm going to take a single damage counter. This is on, I'm going to pull back a little bit and pull down. And I don't think you can quite see it. It's just off screen over here. I've got possessed soldier number 4. And I'm going to mark that he's taken a wound. So he blocked 2 of those, which is still pretty good. All right, 3 movement left. The attack was done. Let's see what else we can do here with the shotgun maneuver. It says after you do this, you can play another shotgun maneuver, treating it with a speed of 0. So we're going to do that. We're going to play this one. And I think the stun effect was shaken off. So after you perform an attack, discard this condition. So we shook it off. We are not stunned any longer. We're going to make a second shotgun attack. Black and a red. 2. That's not even as good as when we rolled a single die before. Let's see. Defense 1. 1 is blocked. So 1 more damage gets through on number 4. He's taken 2. He's got 3 health left. That was 2 shotgun blasts to this guy. He's still standing. Can he survive a pistol shot as well? So we're going to pull out the bonus action. This is going to allow us to make a quick shot. It's 2 red dice. And we got 2 again. And defense is 1. So just another one gets through. We're just scratching this guy. Death by, what is it? 1,000 nicks. So there we go. We've used up our hand. We still have 3 movement left. Let's grab that health pack. 1, 2, 3. We're going to grab that guy. This thing's going to heal us immediately for 5 damage, which is great. 3, 4, 5. So he's going to heal us for 3 and 2 more. So that's going to leave him a total of 2 wounds on him. And I think we're in pretty good shape there to end our turn. That used the rest of our movement. And I think we're ready to go for the next card. All right, after a little back stretch, we're ready to continue here. We're going to flip the next card, which we know is the Invaders. Our imps are exhausted. I believe all of those attacks were fine in the darkness because he was point blank on the possessed soldier. So our soldiers are up, probably 4 movement here for them. And I think we're going to start with number 4. He is not suffering in the darkness, being a creature of hell itself. So he's going to spend 1 movement and step out from his corner and take a shot. And he could try to set up his partner here with a crippling strike. But can his partner... I don't think he can get over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't think he can make it to take advantage of stunning this Marine. So he may just go with something like Explosive Blast. Maybe hitting one of these terminals over here and having it explode behind our Marine. So he's going to make his shot. He spent 1 movement and he's going to roll... He's going to roll a black and a red. Gets 3. And I need to remember, our Marine should have drawn back up to 3 cards, because he might have a reaction card in his hand. And we don't. But it can happen. There's an armor card that can really help out. It may already be in our disc pile. Yeah, it's already in there. Alright, so what do we got? Nothing? Are you serious? So we just took 3 more damage. So that's going to take us up to a total of 5. Half our health. And on top of that, we're going to play Explosive Blast. So, see, otherwise, I just don't think this card against 1 Marine would have any use whatsoever. And I can't discard it to power up their special abilities in this tutorial. So I think just allowing the blast damage to go to the Marine is about the only thing I can do with this. Otherwise, I'm just going to have dead cards in my hand. So we're going to roll a red die. And any results we get on that are going to be extra damage from the explosion to Mr. Alpha. So 1 more point of damage to him. That almost resets us back to where we were, as if we had never picked up that health pack before. So 6 damage on Alpha. 3 movement points left for our soldier. And this darkness condition is going to drop at the end of this round, so I don't know if the range is going to make much difference. Let's back up a little bit, maybe. 1, 2, and I think that's fine. I don't want people too close together. And I'll just say he's fine moving there and stopping. So I'm going to reset this with 4 for our next possessed soldier up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to make it all the way to here, and then possessed soldier number 5, he's going to have to stop. That little thing's not wanting to stay. And he doesn't have line of sight, not from there. So that's going to finish the turn for all of our guys. This darkness card is discarded. We refresh our demons. Our wounded demon is number 4. He's got 3 damage counters on him. Our Marine has 6 on him. We've got all of those cards, and I think we're ready to draw back up to 6. We have 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we will shuffle our initiative deck again. And that is ready to go. And I think that's going to bring it to an end for round 2. I think I'm going to push on and see if I can do one more round tonight. Alright everybody, picking it up for round 3. I need to remember that the possessed soldiers have muscle memory, so they can re-roll 1 die when they attack. that could have made a difference. So that's an oversight, and those things just happen. So everybody needs to pay attention to their cards very closely. Round 3, Invaders. Invaders start. Let's take a look and see if there's anything we need to play just right away to start making things difficult. We've got some Hellish Power, Ambush. I probably should have looked at this first. I really should have. Getting to know these cards and what I can do, I think Ambush would allow me to look at the initiative deck before I even drew the first card. But I'm going to go ahead and play it so I can look at the second card. And that is Invaders. So I'm just going to leave that untouched. Ambush really lets you set up your bad guys first. It lets you look at the top 3 cards and rearrange them. So that's spent. Crippling Strike again, Hellish Power, Explosive Blast, Demonic Speed. Alright, some just really solid stuff there. So, which group to activate first? Our soldiers are in the front. Why don't I let them go first? So we're going to let soldier, maybe soldier number 4 go first. His range on his weapon, I think, is 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really think he can shoot from where he's standing. And I think I'm going to let him do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. So before he even spends any movement points, he's going to take a shot. Remember, this is with a black and a red. And I need to make sure if I do anything, Hellish Power. Play this card before rolling any dice. Target a Marine who has suffered the least damage. There's only 1 Marine. Add 1 black die. So black die is great. And with the muscle memory card, the muscle memory ability, let's re-roll that black one. Came out the same. 4 damage. 4 damage. I think we can add some explosive damage too. We're still standing near this terminal. Let's add a red die to the mix. So a total of 5 damage to the Marine. That's going to kill him. That's going to kill him unless he can block. He's going to block 2 of those. 3 damage on the Marine, taking him to 9. He is hurting in a big way. But that was a great shot, powered up by several cards here, or actually several cards here. So with his 4 movement, the wounded, possessed soldier is going to get out of the way. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to move back up this way. Number 5, 4 movement. He's going to come out of here. 1, 2, and take his shot. So spending 2 movement points, taking his shot. I don't remember if I can spend the same cards in the same round or if it's on the same attack. Let me check the rule book for that. That's going to be important. So I know you can't play 2 cards to sort of modify the same thing happening. So you can't play, say, Hellish Power and Hellish Power to try to get 2 black dice. You can't do that. But can you play 2 Hellish Power in the same round? I think I think the answer is yes. Let me double check. Yeah, it's this rule book has been pretty easy to follow. So things are kind of where you'd expect them to be, and they're pretty easily worded, at least for me so far. Multiple copies. I'm right here. Multiple copies of the same event card cannot be played at the same time, and that's it. So we can power up his shot if we want to. Yeah, we can even add some crippling strikes in there so that he won't be able to properly defend. It kind of seems like a waste, though. He's only got 1 health left. Let's not burn any cards. Not yet. Let's just see if we can punch through his defenses with a straight roll. A black and a red. Because with his muscle memory, he's going to be able to re-roll one of these. 3. We don't have a card, so we need to reshuffle here and draw the Marine his defense card. And we've got a 2. 1 gets through. 9, 10. That frags our Marine. Yay! Well, yay for the invaders. So our Marine is fragged. We take his figure off of the board. The invaders get a frag token. They need 4 of those to win the game. And so, what do we do next? Our soldier cheers and pumps his fist in the air, and he's still got 2 movement left. We know the Marine is coming back right here. So I think what the invaders are going to do with the initiative spots now is just sort of set themselves up in some good positions to deal with the Marine once he comes through. So he's going to use his 2 movement to skip over here behind this wall. That will end it for the possessed soldiers. We have the imps next, and they're going to have 4 movement each. 1 is standing on the health pack back in the corner. The other is sort of exposed for this tutorial match. Maybe we should have him sort of skip down the hallway a little bit. Why don't we do that? We know the Marine is probably going to try to get over there to get that rocket launcher. And we don't want our guys too closely together. We know the Marine is going to go next. He's going to be able to attack. So let's get out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to go down the hall. All right, they're ready. They're ready. The Marine comes back. He can come back on that spot or in an adjacent spot. Why don't I put him right there? I don't know. We're just playing by ourselves. We'll put him right there on the teleporter. So he respawns. What we do when he's fragged is we have to take all of his cards, and we have to totally reshuffle everything. Even though we just reshuffled a moment ago, we have to do this again. And I thought I saw that somewhere some guys were playing, and one of the Marines was fragged, and he had the rocket launcher, and I think he got fragged, and they made him lose it, and that is not correct. You don't lose your equipment gained, and I think you can find that in, not the operation guide, the rules reference. I looked that up about items, and maybe it was fragged in the fragged section, but it clearly said that you don't lose your equipment once you get fragged, and it's somewhere in here. I don't want to burn your time sitting here like this, but you don't lose it. It's in the book. Let's continue on. Our Marine is ready to go. We need to draw his 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Maybe off camera I'll try to find that section of the text to show you guys. So, we're coming to the end of this round. We know that soldier number 4 is wounded. He's got 2 health left. Both the imps and the soldiers have gone. It's all up to the Marine. Can he reach soldier number 4 and take him out? I think we want to go for the wounded guy. We got 4 movement. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, 4. Absolutely, it's enough. This map is small. I keep forgetting. We should be able to, like, even get adjacent to this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's just going to charge forward and hit this guy with a shotgun maneuver. None of these have any movement associated with them. Shotgun maneuver, a red and black die. Point blank shot, 2 damage. Yeah, let's hope for a blank here. No. Absorbed both of those. Let's go with the pistol. A quick shot from the pistol is 2 red dice. This is a bonus action. And we got 2. Let's hope for a blank. Come on. A blank. 2 damage to number 4. That takes him to 5 damage. That kills him. So we've eliminated demon number 4. He's out. Marine was fragged once, but he's slowly eliminating the demons from the board. And he is out of movement. He spent his 4 movement. And he took his action plus a bonus action. He's done. Alright. So those cards go into the discard pile. That leaves us with the double barrel. We draw back up to 3 since his activation just finished. And that's going to bring us to the end of round 3. So we're going to keep this going at a pretty good pace. Thanks for watching, everybody. Let me know if I missed anything. Let's see if Mr. Alpha here can pull out the win. I honestly don't know. I'm kind of encouraged that our invaders here got their first frag. And they really have only lost 2 guys so far. So we'll try to keep it up and make it as tough for Mr. Alpha as we can. Thanks, everybody. Take care.